Hello and welcome to the Psychic Side here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network, YouTube on with Moonstruck TV and Enlightening Television. I'm your host, John Cappello, and I'm a psychic medium from the North Texas area. So I'm delighted to have you join us today for our program. If I can get my sheet to work right, it looked nicer before I started here. so, but no, we're a show that talks about psychic stuff, and we talk about things to debunk the skeptics, and so today is no different because I wanted to just tell you a little bit about some things that have been going on around me. I'm suddenly getting these requests for readings from just, of course, out of the blue. I mean, I never know who's going to request a reading from me, but people that they make a point to tell me that they've researched me, and I just find that interesting, and so I take it as a great compliment that they do that. But I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about why people come to metaphysics, not just necessarily to psychics, but try to get involved in metaphysics. And I've talked about this before. People get involved with metaphysics for lots of reasons. Okay. Um, uh, Part of it is I just got a note there. I thought it was funny, but because uh, you see, a lot of people just have a general curiosity. Some people feel like they've been born with it, or they may have a family member, like a grandmother or an aunt or somebody else that did tarot cards, or they just have an interest in working with psychic work, and they want to follow in maybe a family member's footsteps, or just like I say, there's all kinds of reasons why people get into psychic work or psychic fields, and and so they dabble in it, and of course some will come out of it saying, oh, it's not what I thought it was, and those people treat it like it's magic or something, but it's not magic. There's no formula to it. Some people uh, just take it for what it is. They get what they want from it and then leave. And then others say, "Gosh, I'm going to try to develop a life skill here." So it's uh, it's very interesting as to why people get involved in it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that after our first reading here. But I just wanted to just talk to you a little bit about that, why people get involved with it. If you want to get into tarot, it's a great way to get into psychic work. There are, I can't tell you how many tarot card decks are available. If you do get involved in it, you might want to just start with the basic one, the Rider Waite deck, and uh, and then go from there. You go with the decks that you resonate with, or find a good teacher, and they'll help you with it. And it's a good way to of course, get started if you want, and develop from there. Or if you want to make that your lifelong work or ambition, it's just fine as well. So it just is a way for me to kind of release some anxiety to look at some tarot cards. It kind of gives me some insight that I might not have otherwise had. So I see we have a caller here, Grace in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Wow. Okay. So Grace, are you there? You can yell and I can hear you a long time.
Hello,
Grace,
John. Hello, John. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Hello.
What time is it there?
Good. Good.
Is it early morning or late night, or because
Yes, it's
it's
it's it's just after 7 a.m.
just after 7 a.m. So you're an early bird. So
Yes,
this is a morning show for you.
yes, it is. It is.
It is okay. So Grace, do you have a gentleman in spirit that you've been trying to reach, like a father or husband?
My father passed last year.
Last year? Okay. Well, his energy is very strong around you, it just seems like you had a pretty good relationship with him. Did he like to make you laugh, or did you have a good relationship?
Oh, we did. He got very ill at the end, so yeah, it was really sad. So it wasn't the same as it was before.
I understand, and I'm so sorry for your loss. It's just that he is just coming in today and letting me know that you were a joy for him for the time that he was with you, all of your life up until we passed. It just seems like when he did get ill that last time, that he just kind of almost fell off a cliff, for lack of a better term, and but it just seemed like there just nothing worked to help him get back on his feet. But Grace, he's telling me that he knows that you miss him. He might have been a person that you would call whenever you would have a problem or you wanted to discuss something because you trusted his judgment. And what he's just saying to me is that he knows that you always seem to make the right decision. Things. Um, he says you're very methodical. He says that you try to do things in a way which is measured. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
And so you may have picked some of that up from him. Now, did he have a shed or a place that he liked to piddle or work on things? Just
That
his
was the
own.
that was yeah, that was the garage. He was a builder, so he was
Okay.
always doing things.
The garage, okay. Well, he just liked to have a space that was kind of his own. And as as grown men, we have our toys, with their tools. Uh, so he enjoyed doing that, and he was pretty good at his craft, and he was able to make things that he'd be proud of. So it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't make things and gave them away to people, whether it be, well, you said a builder. I don't know. Did he make furniture or anything like that?
No, he built beautiful houses.
Oh, okay. So did he ever make? He never made any kind of model homes or anything in the garage or anything.
No, he was always drawing plans,
Drawing plans. Okay.
plans
Well,
of
there's
homes.
plans that
Yeah.
I'm seeing. So, so it just seems like that was just part of his joy in life, and he just that was his area of creativity, and it was just something that he loved. So he had a little bit of an architecture mind, an architect's mind, and so he's just saying that he's back to doing what he did. Now, his mother in spirit as well,
Yeah.
because she's just walked up behind him. Okay. Um,
Okay.
and So, did they stay together? Did she pass them many years before him, or what?
Yes. Yes. She passed many
Okay,
years ago.
because she's with him now. They're back together. It just, I don't really. It doesn't feel like he remarried. Did he remarry after mom passed?
Oh, sorry, his mother.
Your mother. Your mother. Where
No,
is your mother?
sorry. My mother hasn't passed. My mother's still
Okay.
going strong.
Okay. So it
Sorry, I
was his
misheard
mother.
that.
His mother. Okay. His mother then walked up behind him. Okay. Because a woman walked up behind him, and I thought it was maybe your mother. I'm glad your mother's okay. Please send my apologies.
No, she's all right.
so, so I just want you to know that he just felt like it. Did your parents did stay together?
Yes.
Okay, because he just is talking about. He's just saying that your mother was the only person for him. Okay, so so it just seems that he's doing quite well. The illness may have involved his lungs and heart. There at the end, it seems like he had a hard time breathing, and it just seems like
Yes.
it's just like a weight was on his chest, and he couldn't. They just couldn't get him relieved. I feel like you did the best you could with the medical people around you, and it just seems that it was a difficult situation. So, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Wondering if I could ask, because I'm in a situation where I'm going through a very high conflict divorce, and I'm trying to find a job, and my ex is playing games, and I know it's going to be another 9 months till it ends. Just financially, I'm just concerned about that. I'm just feeling a little lost at the moment with everything. Just want to see
Okay.
how I am, and
Okay. What is your birth sign?
I'm Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. Well, this is what Pisces, these are some of the things that Pisces is going through right now. The structures in your life are all being kind of tested. And I'm very sorry that you're getting divorced. Usually that comes in very quickly for me, but in your particular case, it seems to me like this is may have been overdue, this divorce. Um,
Yes.
I feel like you haven't really begun to fight yet, from my standpoint. I feel like what I'm hearing from your dad is what he said earlier. He said, "Stay steady." Okay, he says, "Stay steady," and it looks like the courts are going to start to look at things from a more favorable standpoint for you because it looks like he's trying to take everything. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, he's
Okay.
playing games and he's trying to do that, and he's taking, yeah, he wants to take everything to hurt
Well,
me.
he's not going to get away with that. But like I say, I feel like I agree with your dad. Stay steady, stay
Mhm.
honest. Don't play games because if you do,
Yeah.
the court will see through that as well. They've been through this before. They know. Um, it just seems that he just says God is with you. Okay,
Thanks.
so
Yeah, I feel
that's what I'm going to leave you with because I think if you stay steady and maybe journal a little bit, make a plan, then and ask for what you need, ask for what's fair in the divorce, and he just says everything's going to turn out okay. So you know I'm with you on this, and it's like I say, I feel like you're going to get more than what you think. You certainly aren't going to lose everything, but he's going to get something. But I do feel like you're going to be okay. Okay.
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. I needed to hear that.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Take
Okay.
care.
All right. So before we go to our next caller, I do want to continue talking a little bit about why people get into metaphysics. Um, in my particular case, it was the death of my father. Okay, and that was well over 30 years ago. And I guess I'd always liked it, and I dabbled with trying to say things for people, but they always said, "No, you're wrong." And so I just kind of dismissed it, thinking I didn't have any abilities whatsoever. And and so that event heightened my curiosity again, and so I learned a little bit more about it. And so a lot of times it's events that make people get involved with this, whether it is the death of a real close loved one, an OBE, an out of body experience. Sometimes, and it happens more than you think. People pass away on during surgeries. Sometimes it's a minor surgery, they go away and come back, and then their life changes, and they have a different perspective of life, and things just don't have answers like they did before. And what some people were religious and didn't think uh, they were going to ever experience what they did and come back. Some people are atheists, and they learned the hard way that there is a greater being out there, and so there's lots of reasons why people um, get into metaphysics and learn about it. Sometimes it's a car wreck, or sometimes it's an illness. Some people suddenly turn to metaphysics when they have an illness. So we're um, we're just curious individuals, curious beings, and sometimes we need a jolt in order to gain a greater perspective of things. And so this is what people do before they get into metaphysics. And um, so it's quite often that people become obsessed with it. They just become obsessed, and they'll go from one extreme to the other. And there's a danger too. I'm glad, like I say, some people research me. It's very kind of them to do that. but you do need to be careful of who you start to speak to because there's different belief systems that people operate from. So they can still be very psychic, but if their regular or their normal belief system is very different from yours, then they may use that belief system and steer you in directions that you might not have gone in. It's not necessarily wrong, but it may be a belief system that you just don't adhere to. So if you're a Christian and you work strictly with pagans, they're going to give you their their philosophy, and it's not that it's wrong. It's just that it might be a little bit different than what you've been used to. So so, or if you have another cultural bent, so make sure that you choose someone that might be a little more in your wheelhouse of beliefs, and have them work with you, and then develop your own a little bit. And I'll talk a little bit about that after we go to our next caller. So we have another caller, Gaina in Manchester, New England. Wow, we have lots of people from where? UK? Oh no, not New England, the UK. Excuse me. Manchester, England. So Gaina, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
You are okay. Very good. Uh, okay, Gaina, is there anything going on in a relationship with you right now?
No,
No. Do you have a question for
I'm
me then?
single.
Pardon me.
I'm single.
You're single, so you're not in a relationship. Is that it?
No, yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, do you want to be in a relationship?
Maybe
You
when the
do?
house
Okay.
works out.
What's your birth sign?
Taurus,
You're Taurus? Okay. Okay. Well, Taurus is basically starting from scratch in some ways. So it seems to me you have been, I don't know, it just feels like you've been down lately. Have you been just kind of, um are you a little bit of a worrier?
yeah,
Okay. So are you worried that you're not never going to find anyone? Is that it?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well, I certainly don't think anything is wrong with you. That's for sure. So let's take that off the table, because Gaina, it just seems that and I was just talking a little bit about how to choose a psychic, but I feel like you need to find people that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. And a lot of times people tell me, well, I don't have a hobby, or I don't do anything. I just go home and go to work, and that's all that I do. And so the thing is that we have to do things to kind of we have to work on ourselves a little bit, because we have to do things we have to find things that interest us, and then find people that have similar interests. So if you do
yeah.
that, then you're going to be able to bump up against new people, and you may find someone that has similar interests to you. Now, are you a nature person?
Um, not really. I don't go out much.
You don't go out much, okay? But do you
No.
you have a nice yard around you? I don't know. I feel like you like flowers and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got a garden.
Okay. Because it just seems to me like that may be the start of something that you might find some common ground with someone. So, um, but I'm just saying that sometimes we work a little bit on ourselves, because I don't see anything wrong with you. I'm just telling you that you might want to find a hobby, or you might want to find something that other people may also do, and you might even go to work, or do something with a florist if you like flowers, because you certainly will meet someone in a retail situation or something like that. Because I do feel like
Mm.
there is someone for you. I just feel like it's taken longer than what you would like. Taurus is not necessarily um, known for marrying young. Taurus people usually live a long life, and they are people that are that are measured. Okay, they like to they like to be very careful in the people that they choose, people that they let in their inner circle, and I feel like that's the way you are as well. So you like that you
Yeah.
Taurus likes to have somebody with a similar value system. They're a no nonsense sign. Okay, so it's kind of like, this is who I am, and you tell me exactly who you are, and we'll be just fine. Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you might you might do well with someone like a Leo, or you might do well with a Scorpio, because the they're signs that you might have a little bit of conflict with, but you'll know exactly where you stand with them, and they'll know exactly where they stand with you, and those signs are ones that would be uh, would 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 give you some oh they would get you out of your comfort zone. Okay, and
Okay.
so that's what I'm going to say to you. I'm going to say that in order to find someone to be in a relationship with, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. Okay, because
Yeah.
right now I don't see that happening, and until that happens, you may have status quos, but there's no reason for you not to be able to find someone. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye bye. Okay. So I want to just talk a little bit more about why people find themselves suddenly in a situation because of an event or a circumstance that their normal skill set doesn't utilize, doesn't address, and this is something that our last caller may uh, I kind of alluded to it. When you have a situation where things don't work the way that you think they should, that's when you get out of your comfort zone. That's when you learn a new skill set. That's when you do something just a little bit different. In the case of learning about your psychic abilities, or learning about an event that happened to you that doesn't make sense in your normal way of thinking, that's when you start to look at your psychic skills, and that's why I say for you, you might want to um, uh, get something like my workbook, or another workbook, or deal with some other psychics that do have a psychic development group in your area. If Because if you find those people, then there'll be like-minded people, and they can help you, and you can help them. You'll find out that many things that are going on around you are very similar to what happens with other people. But developing your psychic skills is a good thing, because it's a part of learning more about yourself and learning more about the surroundings around you. So it's a very good thing. Um, and that's what I always tell people who seek me out, and they want answers, and I give them what comes, but I also let them know that they're going to have to do the work on their own. I have people coming to me other times that say, "Oh, I didn't get what I wanted." Well, I gave you what came. I gave you what the energy. I read the energy around you, and I asked them, was the energy I read correct? They go, oh yeah, that was correct, but it's not what I wanted. I said, well, it's not magic. It's just not magic. So work on yourselves. Work on those things that are important to you. If you find yourself not in a relationship or with someone, sometimes you have to be a little proactive. You have to do some things. You've got to make yourself available. You got to make yourself desirable, and that you can do that in good ways, because you don't want to just attract anyone. You want to attract the right person. So that's what I feel is the best advice. So I'm not traveling this week. I have another event with something else that's come up, and then the following week I'll be at Miracles of Joy in Bedford, and so we're going to have Dave Garcia on the program next week, and he will tell us a little bit about Miracles of Joy in Bedford, about the things that they're doing there, and so I'm really excited about that. And of course, I want to thank Miracles of Joy in both places because they are our sponsors. They're really nice people. If you're in the North Texas area in Louisville, be sure to stop by their store. I know that you would find something that would be good for you to take home, or you can just visit their website online and use PS0223, and you can get a nice discount. So that's about it for us today here on the psychic side. I'm John Cappello. I'm the psychic medium from North Texas. If you'd like a reading from me, go to my website at johncappello.com. Go to the booking tab and look for a time that is suitable for you and me. Because a lot of times people will just send me a message, say, "Hey, I want a reading now," and I'll say, "Well, how about Tuesday at 4:30?" And they go, "Nope, I can't do it then." And finally, I just give up and say, "Just go to the website, please." So if you do that, then we can find a mutual time that we can work together. So tonight is my last night for my mediumship class. We just finished up the Monday astrologer, and we'll be looking for a new student soon. So if you want to do that, please let us know. We'll sign you up and start teaching you astrology and teaching you about psychic ability and mediumship. So we'll be starting a new round of that pretty soon. So once again, thank you very much for joining me today here on the Psychic Side in the A1R Psychic Radio Network. I'm John Cappello, and I'll be talking to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.